Have you ever gathered with a group of people to hear someone speak or listen to a concert? I'll bet you have. Well, guess what? Did you know that hearing isn't enough? Hey, before I explain what I'm talking about, welcome to Mornings with Bishop Robert. Thanks for joining me on the top spot on the internet for Beverages with a Bishop. You know, my goal is to introduce people to the Jesus they never knew, and then help them get to know Him and His Word personally and better. So if our time together today speaks to your heart, let me invite you to like, subscribe, and share it with a friend. You know, large crowds often gathered to listen to Jesus. I mean, I'm talking thousands upon thousands. They wanted to hear his message. Pretty amazing when you consider there was no Facebook, no internet, no email announcements of a particular time and place where one could come hear Jesus at a special Meet the Master event. No promo, no tickets, no merch, just the message. You know, even with all of our technology today, gathering a crowd of 8,000 to 10,000 people for a preacher isn't an easy job. And if you're watching this, well, the odds are pretty good that you've been to at least one event gathered to allow the performer, whether preacher, poet, actor, or singer, to deliver their message. It may have been your favorite singer or band, or a play perhaps. Could even have been a particular preacher or a political leader. I mean, nowadays we've got access to a non-stop stream of the best speakers and thought leaders and performers delivered on demand right here on our screens. But seeing them on our screens isn't enough. Actually, as exciting as it may be, neither is seeing them in person. I mean, hearing them can be instructive and encouraging, relaxing, or some other descriptor, but it isn't enough either. You know, even if we make the sole subject of our consideration the teachings of Jesus Christ, seeing Him and hearing His words, still not enough. Enough for what, you may ask? Why, enough to change your life. Enough to receive the gift of new life in exchange for death. Because, let me tell you this story. There was a young man who had heard Jesus teach. I mean, this guy had it all. Position, wealth, admiration. He had heard Jesus speak about eternal life, and he decided he wanted that too. Or he thought he did. So he shows up for his face-to-face meeting with Jesus in Mark chapter 10, by the way, and he asks the single most important question that will ever pass his lips. What must I do to inherit eternal life? Now get this. He has seen Jesus face to face. He's hearing Jesus speak directly to him out loud in answer to his question. But a single missing ingredient would lead him to walk away crestfallen, because he would not follow Jesus. Following Christ is the key to this new life He promises to us. Today's verse says, I won't ever forget your teachings, because when I follow them, they give me new life. Following Christ, that's the key to His endless exchange. He gives us grace in exchange for failure, faith in exchange for fear, gives us joy in exchange for mourning, gives us holiness in exchange for our sin, and He gives us life in exchange for death. He leads us in an endless exchange as we follow Him. Following Him is enough, because as we do, He leads us to where He needs us. Then He empowers us by His Spirit and uses us to reflect His glory and bear fruit for Him. Follow Jesus. Follow closely. Follow daily. And that's enough. Well, we've reached the end of our time again. But as we do, could I ask you to help me introduce people to the Jesus they never knew and help them get to know Him and His Word personally and better? Please like this video. It will help more people see it. And then click follow or subscribe so you and I can get there every day. If you click the link in the description, you'll get a free copy of my book, Count to One, God's Plan for Christian Unity. You can download right to your inbox. Hey, one more thing. Share this with a friend, would you? Because as you do, well, you're part of the team, touching hearts all over the world with the love of Jesus. Thanks for helping.